everyone, welcome to another edition of PaperRenee.com. Today I'm going to be showing you my December Daily album that I made for 2011. I decided instead of making my own album, I was going to put it in this Doodlebug design album that has 8x8 page protectors. So I wanted to do this because I wanted it to last longer and be more sturdy than an album that I made myself. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the cover yet. Probably just put a picture there. But it's red, which of course I love red. So what I did to prepare for this in November was I started pre-making my pages. And this is an example of what the day page looked like. I made one of these for the entire month of December. And after I did the album, I decided to stop at Christmas Day, which is what Allie Edwards does, and this is her technique. This is her idea, December Daily. But I had these grandiose ideas that I was going to do the whole month of December, but didn't work out that way. So I pre-made pages. I made this is the right side with the date, and I left it blank to put all my stuff on it. And then the left side, I used paper from the St. Nick collection and some other collections and pre-did the pages. It was great on one hand because a lot of things were done, but then later as I was doing it, I realized there were some things that I missed, and I'll kind of tell you that as I go through. The title page, I use this beautiful transparency, which is that'll make it easier for you to see. And the idea at first was I was going to make my own album using my Bind It All, and this would just be loose. Allie uses a lot of transparency pages. But since I'm putting it in the page protectors, this kind of got lost in there. So I'll know next year either not to do that or to do something else. Here's the title page right here. I just ran this through my computer. Day one, I decided early on that I was going to keep up with this every day, and that was my intention. And of course it didn't work out that way. So, and that's okay. I also, when I started this project, decided that done is better than perfect, and I learned a lot, and I'm not going to stress out over the little things that I missed. Day one was showing some gifts that I had made for friends that I work with at church. Here's day two. Got a new iPhone. This was my early Christmas present. This is one of those pages, if I had done it at the time, I would have realized that Shelby got a new phone too, and I would have taken a picture of her with her new phone or a picture of her phone in the box. But alas, I didn't. It's okay. I'll learn that for next year. Day three is Shelby's acting contest. And one of the things that I did, and I'm going to do more of next year because it made it easier, was at the bottom in my calendar, here's my calendar for the year, I would put at the bottom kind of what happened that day in pencil, and that will help you keep track of it if you're not doing it every single day. And she had an acting contest this day. And so I filled this in and added stickers and that kind of thing. I think next year I'm not going to pre-make these pages on the left. I think I'm going to leave them more loose. And also there was some pages, and I'll show you here in a second. Here's another transparency page that would have looked cute if I had bound it differently. These were decorations just around the house that I took some close-up pictures of. Next year I'll do more journaling. That's the idea of the kind of the stories behind some of these. Here's one that has sewing on it. I really wish I had thought ahead and not glued down some of these pages so I could actually sew on the page. But you can't really sew on the page whenever you're going to sew and show up on the other side. Another thing I learned not to do, or I'm going to do different next year. Of course, pictures of decorating. Pictures of just hanging out with our family. I decided to document walking. My husband and I and our dog walk early in the morning, and that's kind of a tradition that we've done for a couple of years, and so I wanted to make sure that it had a layout. Talking about how we love that. Another thing I wanted to incorporate was 10 things that I love about each of the members of my family. And I wanted to put my husband's first, but since I had pre-done this page, her picture looked really cute on this page. And there was another page with a heart on it that I put for him, but it was later. And so if I had thought ahead, I could have moved these around more if they hadn't been attached. But again, I learned that, no stress. Another thing I did in November is I said, and I just wrote 10 things I liked about each member of my family. Thought them through, tried to make them, truthful, but a little funny and a little touching all at the same time. So here's her page. And then here's my husband's page. Now, I did the same thing, but you can see the difference in hers. I printed on craft cardstock, cut out, made little ribbon ends, and did it like bullet points. His, I printed on some, I ran this paper through my printer, and it turned out pretty cute, I think. And this was the page I was talking about that had the nice heart. This is the perfect love page. And if I had been thinking ahead, I would have mixed them up. Or if I hadn't had them glued down. But that's okay. Done is better than perfect. Just some random stuff that happened. I tried to take a picture of the moon, how pretty it is early in the morning. I learned that my photography skills need help. I learned that. And then here's the 10 things I love about our dog page. He's a member of our family. And this turned out pretty cute. I copied this out on vellum, and then I put it over this Santa with two little kids piece of paper that I had already mounted on the page. And actually I think it turned out kind of cool that you can see that behind the pretty paper behind the words. Did a little stamping on this. Okay, this one talks about our staff Christmas party, and I don't have their permission, so I'm gonna hide that. This one of the things I really wanted to try to do with my December daily was take pictures of just the everyday things. So I took a picture of the bowling score, as you can see. I have a whopping 9 as my score, but it was fun. That was the fun of it, that it was so bad it was fun. And those are the things that I wanted to document in this album, not just always the posed formal pictures. This talks about our family night tradition that we have every Wednesday night. This is more of a game night we have with with just my immediate family. This is a day that I got this poem here off of Ali Edwards' site. It's by Max Ehrman. It's a really cool poem talking about life and being peaceful, and I found it in November and kept it, and I was purposely going to use it as a filler page, a page that I couldn't figure out what to put on it. This particular day of the month was very difficult. We had kind of a tragedy happen to somebody really close to us, and I just didn't really take pictures or feel really in the mood to do a lot of other things with this. So this is a perfect place for this poem. And I think next year I'm going to find another poem and to use sort of as filler for days that I don't really know what to write about. We got cute manicures this day, which was fun. This was kind of neat because I actually did some writing. I've been trying to practice my handwriting and making it look good. My handwriting is terrible, but that's okay. It is what it is. Another big thing that is going on in our lives right now is we have a daughter who's senior in high school, and lots of where are you going to go to college, and that kind of consumes a lot of our time right now. So I wanted to be sure and get that in the book. A staff Christmas party is this day. I don't have their permission, so I'm covering up their faces. I think this paper is just gorgeous, this Christmas tree on these papers, so I just didn't want to do anything to that. Some more just family pictures of us hanging out. I'm using this stamp here. It's one of the Smash Book stamps. And I've worked in a library for a lot of years when we used these stamps for everything, and this really is not a very good quality stamp, honestly. It works, but I'm used to the good ones that actually But this, you have to really, it's really touchy and it's hard to get it to line up, and it's okay for the little amount of time that you use it, but if you need something that you're going to use a lot, I got it to do with my Project Life album, and I don't know if that's really going to work every day because it's okay, but it's kind of annoying. It's not very good quality. But it wasn't very expensive either, so to be fair. This day here, I'm covering up what's here because I don't think my daughter would want it on YouTube. It wasn't bad or embarrassing. I think it's funny, but she doesn't, so out of respect for her, I'm not going to put that on there. But day 22. Another thing I read on a lot of blogs, that people were doing letters to their families or letters from Santa. Of course, our daughter's too old for that, but I decided that it would be fun to write her a letter. And I kind of ran out of time, and the idea was to get this done and not labor over and fret over all the things I didn't get done. So next year I'm going to write her a longer letter. So I wrote a short note, put a pretty picture of her, and called it done. This ugly Christmas sweater is a family joke. That's funny. She brings this out every year, and I wanted to incorporate that into the album. Christmas Eve and all that went on there, and Christmas Day and all that went on there. I didn't get their permission again, so I'm blocking their pages out. I wanted to document my two nephews home from the service for Christmas, and what a blessing it was to have them home and where we could see them and not just write letters to them or see them over Skype. And then the last page is very simple, our name here, date, and December Daily. I've learned a lot about this over this experience, and I'm excited to do it again next year and incorporate all the things I learned. And the main thing is the freedom of it, of not getting bogged down in, oh, that page is not perfect, or oh, that's not the right amount of journaling, or whatever. I took a real attitude of, it's going to get done, and I'm going to put down what I get down, and I am not going to stress about it, fret about it, or worry about it. And it has been a really fun project to do, and I encourage you to do it yourself. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.